Hey, Coach, you, Kane, and Slick need to put some names on the wall. That's enough of that pouting after the season and all that stuff. The ice is gone, baby. It's time for y'all to hit the road, Playboy. Roll tide to you, but let's do it. Roll Tide, Alabama fans, and welcome to Tight Sports. This is an Alabama football megacast. It's January 27th, and let's take a walk around the herd. We are the People's Crimson Tide broadcast on whichever virtual space you can find us on. Here on Tight Sports, we talk all things Alabama, mostly football, basketball, and the ladies in the Crimson Tide. You know, the ones on the basketball team, the tennis players, the golfers. More on that a little later. That's right. That's why we always say the Crimson Tide is always making a run for a national championship. And as we go along and cover the Crimson Tide, we have to address the haters, the doubters, the little lint that was on the tip of my lip that want to stop the tide from rising. To them, I say, good luck stopping the most powerful force that college sports has ever seen. You know what I'm talking about? Greetings, Tide fans. May God keep you all. Please tip a brother on your way in and place your fingertip right on that subscribe button. And link up with Tight Sports. I'm here to stimulate the happy juice in your gray matter and push it all the way down to your funny bone. And if I'm successful, if you don't mind, you just poke that little like button right in the eye. Tide fans, this channel is quickly growing. Be sure to subscribe as we roll with the tide. With your help, Tight Sports will be heard by Bama fans all around the globe and hated by others while they listen in their pea-stained draws while riding the bench wherever they are in the nation. Starting out, we got some news, fresh press, or at least the first time I saw it, about 3 or 4 days ago, them CFP numbers start coming in, you know, college football playoffs, and they found that the viewership of the college football playoffs, not necessarily around the final, but they saying in general, but the final game the final game was down 12% versus Washington getting stomped out by Michigan last year. Because, you know, that overtime thriller against Alabama probably had a bigger number. I can't guarantee or verify that. I'm just guessing. So whose fault was it? Was it because everybody knew that Ohio State was rolling through with the same salary cap as the Arizona Cardinals? No, I'm just kidding. That wasn't it. But they're saying that really just it had to do something with the date. Yeah, you know, it was the date of the championship was on a Monday. Monday is made for the NFL and maybe some basketball playoffs. Other than that, I ain't never liked playing a championship on Monday. Do you hear me, basketball people? Never. Most times, don't even want to see who in the finals of the final of the 64. I don't even care. Or 68. How many teams they playing now? Is it up to 80 something yet? No, it's still 68. Okay. You know, who does stuff on a Monday dealing with college kids that we don't care about? I got one college student I really care about, and that's my own. Monday night, she can text me. I'm real funny about picking up telephone calls from on a Monday. Anyway, so the date was funny, and not only was that date Monday, that was MLK Day. That was the inauguration. Now, no matter how you feel about either one of them days, dates, or the activities thereof, that's disrespectful. Disrespectful to a whole bunch of people. You're disrespecting from Washington to Atlanta through Montgomery and all around the nation. MLK or not, you can't find another day. Y'all on calendar don't work like that. Plus, y'all got to admit, y'all been stomping on the NFL toes for a while. And they chin checked y'all. And they put them doggone games. They put some games on Saturdays. You thought they was going to make way for it. No, because I done told everybody, when it come down to it, if y'all go salary cap, if y'all remove these teams from the college campus and want to be some kind of a alternate professional sports team, the NFL is prepared to crush you. That's just my guess. Now people say, even the quarterfinals that will happen on the 31st and 1st, the ratings were down for that because, New Orleans, they had the big, the attack on Bourbon Street there. So that messed them up. But could it be that there were too many teams or not just the right teams? Because when it got down to that Final Four, what you had, Texas? And they really don't represent the SEC. Half of my friends don't even recognize them in the SEC yet. You know what I'm saying? I do. Mainly because of Sarkisian, but the rest of his players are like, I don't know the SEC. But I don't know how you're going to fix it. But I think I know one way, because there was no respect for the people that were there. Some of that had something to do with it too. So I'm going to say it right now. You should award a regular season SEC Big Ten championship if you can, but you got to get rid of the conference championships. It's no need for them. They only give another team a loss. They only make teams show more plays than they want. They can't say nothing for later. But I'm going to have more on that as we go forward because I want to say something about that whole thing. Moving forward to Crimson Tide business, as I said, around the herd. The ladies of the Crimson Tide, basketball team, they dropped 2 of their last 3. Dawn Staley just came in there on the 16th of January and just mollywopped, whatever that means. They mollywopped my girls, man. Number 2, South Carolina, down the ladies of the Crimson Tide, 76-58. I thought some of the girls were going to hit the port after that. Green had 15. Green had 5 rebounds, 15 points, and Green had 3 assists. It makes me think the reason we lost because we was playing 5-on-1. I think that's why we lost. All I got is Green all across this board, and I wish this was in my stock portfolio, but I'm talking about the ladies basketball game. But in the next game on the 19th, they laid the wood to Arkansas. Oh, man. All the soupy people out there, they must have been devastated as their ladies fell 94-62 to the ladies of the Crimson Tide. I'm going to get some applause for that. They did that thing. They bounced back. They bounced back on that. Again, Green had 21, 9, and 7. Is there anybody else on this team? I mean, Green was doing it. But I didn't know that Sarah Ashley Barker, she's been out since like January 6th with an injury. She returned to action in their next game against Vanderbilt. Now, the Tide did fall in that game because I think she didn't have her legs up on her. But when I'm telling you, My first time looking at this Barker player, she reminded me of LeBron. Better yet, she reminded me of myself, how I used to do with my boys. Back in the day with my boys, when I got the ball on the court, I was probably the first point forward that my boys ever seen. And when I say my boys, I'm not talking about my high school boys. I'm talking about my sons when they was like 3 and 5. I used to I give them the business. If I had to pass the ball off their forehead back to myself, I made plays. And that's what Sarah Ashley Barker did the other day. She was killing them. She's 6 feet tall. She's a senior. She dominated. Her stat line was ridiculous. In 39 minutes, this athlete had 36 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals. Is there anything else she can do? She had 2 turnovers. That's a benefit to them. She was 60% from the 3-point line, just like I was outside. I drew my own line. My 3-point line wasn't straight because it's in the car was in the way. So you have to go on the other side. At one time, you had to go on the other side of the truck to make a shot. But y'all know what I'm talking about. We came short in that game, but when she get her legs up under, we're gonna dominate because we're the Crimson Tide. She had 3 personal fouls, but I totally challenged every single one of them. Every single one. I want the commissioner to really look at that game and review what the referees did there. Luckily for the Doors, she wasn't up to game speed, but Coach Curry is bringing it together. A few weeks back, I told y'all the Crimson Tide ladies only had 1 person in double digits. Now, the Crimson Tide has 4 players that scored double digits. Sarah Ashley Barker, Zay Green, that's the green we saw all over the place. Aaliyah Nye and Essence Cody, who I spoke of before. So now we got a squad. We got a little squad now. Now, a squad is not going to take down Texas and South Carolina. But with a squad, you can win or lose with a squad now. If you got a squad, we're going to run. We used to run in your student activity center, the rec center, or down there at the park. You got to have, if I get a squad, I can run with you. Come tournament time, these ladies are going to make it very interesting, so that we're going the right direction. Now, who's going the wrong direction? Unfortunately, let me check this chat real quick. I got a message in here. Wade Lewis, what's going on? Where are you today, Wade? I know you're on the move. Hardest working man in logistics. That's right. They said what the military is all about. Well, they don't work harder than Wade. I mean, from sea to shining sea, that's where Wade is willing to go. Now, on the mat, and honestly, when I say mat, I'm talking about the gymnastics team. Since coming out with that outstanding win against North Carolina, the ladies on the mat have dropped 2 events. So they are 1 and 3. 2 matches straight. Now, why am I concerned? Now, look, and the losses were to Kentucky. Who loses to Kentucky now in anything? And Oklahoma. We ain't losing them again. But why am I bringing up all these activities about these active female teams? The ladies will be getting some money coming up pretty soon. So you might as well go ahead and show some support. You bought your jersey, they getting some of that money if it's going towards scholarships or supporting women, athletics. So I'm going to support them like I always have. I'll be telling you about the softball team, the golf team. I'll be telling you about do we have a kickball team? No kickball team. They got a golf team. So just to let you know, the golf and glove teams, they're out here cracking balls, and I'll have more on that down the line. But I just want to know, man. I just really want to know before I get into this golf stuff. Now, Wade is out here cussing on my airways, but he is out there working hard in JV. Hey, man, go by there and see if you can go ahead and get the contract for the new coach they got at Jacksonville. Word is he won't be there very long, and maybe you could throw his stuff on the back of your truck because he's going to need somebody to help him move it about a year and a half. So give him a good rate. Give him a 40% discount, and you're probably already down there, Wade. You get him up out of there. Thanks for tuning in, Wade. But I just got to figure out how this team golf thing works. I mean, I've been on that Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Woods and Annika Sorensen so long. I gotta find out how this works. I mean, I know Ty got a guy that was a PGA with Rookie of the Year or something, not Player of the Year, but Rookie of the Year. I don't know. I really don't know. I can play golf, but I don't. A little bit, but I don't know. But a real quick look at the 2026 recruiting for the football team. Everybody want to hear about that. I know Wade want to hear about that. Yeah. Yeah. I noticed on the Rivals 2026 list, the Crimson Tide is rated yeah, write that down? Yeah. 43rd in recruiting. Now, there is time, but I got questions. The Crimson Tide has just one person on the list. So we rank 43rd. But now Oregon, who else is a good team up here? Penn State, another good. Notre Dame got 6 players. Penn State got 9 players. Oregon was in the Big 12, right? I mean, the Big 12, the playoffs. They had 10 players on the list. Where my players at, Coach DeBoer? To go even further than that? Let me tell you. To go even further than that, USC got 8 players. They need it. Tennessee got 1 player. They got 7 players, 1 5-star, 3 4-stars, and 3 3-stars. We'll take that. Auburn got 6 players on the 2026, and we got 1, and we rank 43rd. Now I know, if you like making a late entry, that's the kind of flavor you on. That's cool. That's fine with me. LSU got players out here. 6 players. Coach DeBoer, what's up, homie? What's up, homie? Now I saw you in Slick at the Falcons game checking out Penix. Michael Penix don't have no eligibility, brother. You was down on the field like you was about to go get that man some tips or advice. You done. He don't have no eligibility. What y'all doing down there? I mean, come on, man. Go up in the box, eat some crackers, and get back on the road. Let's get to working. Got work to do. I don't know if you know this or not, Coach DeBoer, but this guy named CBS named David Cobb, he gave you guys a C- on the season. Now, he's been covering sports for all 5 years. I got underwear 5 years old, so I'm not really concerned what David Cobb got to say, but in his little synopsis, he says there are scenarios in which 9-3 or 9-3 regular season record would have earned DeBoer a grade B. Maybe if you'd have lost to Tennessee, Georgia, and LSU. Yeah. But you didn't. You lost to Tennessee, Oklahoma, and Vanderbilt. And then he says, but, like I just said, losing to Vanderbilt, falling 23-3. He put the scoring on you, Caleb. Come on, coach. And falling 23-3 to a bad Oklahoma team. He said they were bad. When your CFP hopes are at stake, that's right. We won that game. We'd have got in, allegedly. It's inexcusable. That's what the man with 5 years of writing experience got to say. He said inexcusable. He talking to you like he know your mama. Then he goes on to say, topping it off with an offensively lifeless bowl loss to Michigan made for a sour ending. Now I give him some credit on that. He may have been running for 5 years, but that boy, like he good with them words. But I tell you what, if he run up on you, Kalen, you need to check this dude. Who is this dude? That's painful, man. But you at the Falcons game with Slick, checking out old player, huh? We've got no major changes in our portal wise. Nobody's been added. I don't hear no news. Ain't nobody crystal balling at this point. We're at the point we're trying not to lose people. Now, Coach DeBoer, something else. A guy who I call Beaker from the Muffet Show, y'all may know him as Joe Clark. He said 4 days ago, and I'm saying 4 days because I think you need to get up in this dude's grill. I'm going to try to read this all the way through without losing it, but fat chance of that. This man said, let's face it, Alabama is on a worse trajectory than Georgia at this point because there's more questions surrounding Alabama and their culture, their new staff. Who's going to be their quarterback? Then there's questions about Georgia. I don't have a lot of questions for a team whose last 4 recruiting classes are second, first, second, and third in the country. I know they're loaded with talent. Last time I looked, Beaker, the last time I looked, Alabama had about the same. We was 2-1. No, we was 2-1-2, then 3, maybe 4. So we not loaded with talent now. I bet you I could go find an article where you even said, oh, Alabama's so loaded, they're going to be in the doggone, they're going to be in the finals. Anyway, Beaker Clark is an expert at rebuilding like programs like his miserable pro career as a quarterback or whatever you call it. If he run up on you, Kayla, you need to get Coach Roach to get in his chest. So, Coach, what you been doing? I saw you speaking down at the coaches clinic in Montgomery. Did you vet some prospects with the coaches in there? You got ESPN and Goofy Goon, Paul Slimebaum. They on your back, man. They on your back blowhole. And only winning would get them off. I'm telling you, I don't care how this man done smiled in your face. You better know it will be just another notch in his belt if Goofy Goon Paul Feinbaum could get you fired from the University of Alabama. I think you got 3 years, but if you come out there slipping, boy, they're going to take you down. They're going to take you down. We need some good news, Coach, from this program right now. It's Mike Schuler quiet. We need to make some noise. Let's go back to the chat. Where we at? Woo! Got me hot now, boy. God. Sweating in here, spitting. Woo, boy. Okay. Where we at on the chat? I can't even left-handed right now. So, yeah, it's me. Sorry, man. I was watching Barry Cunningham's show. Is AU still? I don't know what they're doing. I'm trying to get the fire up under these people over here on the Crimson Tide side, man. But appreciate you for checking in. It's me. Wade coming back with I can't help him. My Cowboys got some do as I do, Coach, and I'm going to move him out down the soon. You know who he is? He's been there the whole time. That dude was over there eating popcorn, and it was like, he said, "Hey man, you work for me, right?" He was like, "Yes, sir." Like, what do you do around here? What kind of thing you do? What do you you like a tight end coach? I'm your offense coordinator. Oh, I'm glad to meet you. Hey, you ever think about being a head coach? Woo! Oh, I feel so good. My LB was saying that he's a Philadelphia fan. He was like, 2 more wins for next year. He said 2 more years for my Birds next year. Yeah, this is pretty true. It's 2 more years. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I don't know if I would do business with him. Notre Dame had starters in the portal. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But we got a couple starters or critical players. Half of our players in the portal, I won't say non-essential because they're trying to build for the future, but they didn't have much impact on the team in the regular season, but I'm sure they helped at practice. But the upper half, yeah, we got some point. We brought back 7. We lost about 9, so we still got some tweaking to do. AU basketball is fire though. Yeah, y'all doing pretty good. Because y'all ain't played up against no ballers yet. Them ballers coming though. I think me and DC go live on that one. Them ballers coming. I'm gonna get somebody. I'm gonna have Nick from the Water Cooler Talk podcast or Martin or the mayor or somebody. Bubba, somebody. We gonna work that one out. Mono a mono. Hug is in the house. What's happening, bro? Hey man, I'm up here trying to get a fire up on the coach today, man. Cause they ain't doing nothing. I don't hear no noise. I don't hear no noise coming from Coach DeBoer. It's me. You better be careful. Caitlin might be mad at you. Hey, you know what? He need to get mad at somebody. But I'm telling you, and you know it, it's me as much as I do. Goofy Goon, Paul Slimebomb would love to end his career he would go out as I don't know what category he's in as far as a reporter or a sleazeball talking TV head, but he would love to notch one more coach, SEC coach, in his belt. The other conferences are not disturbed by his comments at all, but this one, it's shockwaves because he started in Birmingham. You know how it is. Wade Lewis saluting to Huggy. Huggy beard, what's the status of them sneaker laces? Hey man, I'm about to go to them Crocs. My kids been wearing around the house. It looks so comfortable. My wife got some. It's like she floating on air. It's like, yeah, you floating over there. What you doing after 9 o'clock? But before 9:45. Anyway, like I said, Wade, what you looking like at this point, partner? He said he just chilling. Let's see where we at here. It's rough being it's supposed to be though. It really supposed to be because it's just supposed to be. You guys have failed as America's team. Huh? And you stole that title from somebody. Go look it up. Go look it up. I know ain't no more cowboy banner. Righteously, bro, said PF be tripping even more than you, big dog. Much like Hugh Freeze. I don't like his face neither. You heard me? Goofy face dude. Stop, man. Slime ball, man. He got so much power. I bet you got no love at the club. Anyway, It's Me said Belichick will be at the Cowboys. His contract changes in June to a $1 million buyout for the rest of the season. I was laughing, but what Pete Carroll old self just do? What Pete Carroll old self just do? Just took the job with the Raiders. Are they going to use him to build a winner or what? I don't know. They might as well do something. But I did get some good news from the men's basketball team who's on fire. They on a 3-game tear since that goofy foul-ridden loss caused by the referees to Ole Miss. But I digress. They tore a hole up in Kentucky by 5 points, put 102 on their head. And let's see, Nelson, yeah, Big Nelson had 25, 11 in that, and Sears had 9 assists. And then against Vanderbilt on the 21st of January, we put 103 on their heads. No, we owe them some. 103 to 87. And Diabate had 22 on that one. Diabate, he wins a lot of our hard hat awards. That dude is scrap. He is scrap. He that dude when you at the park. Well, no, he that dude when you turn 30 and you went down to the park figuring I'm gonna get a little run in right before you retired from the park. You ran to him and you came home, you had scratches. You had scratches on your arm. You had one real bad scratch that burnt for like a week. Every time you took a shower, you're like, ah. And you start thinking about Diabate. He's scratching. He's scrappy, man. He's trying to get to everything. Sirius had 7 assists in that game. Then on Saturday, it was a battle against LSU. The Tide did win 80-73. Holloway, former Auburn University player Holloway, had 19 points to lead the Crimson Tide. That boy bad. I don't know what y'all did to get rid of that dude. Thank you. He saved the day, man, because we had controversy Saturday. Controversy was that one of the leading players in, I think, college, at least Alabama history, I think he's 82nd in NCAA. Mark Sears was in the game, and in the second half, he didn't have any points in the first half. Now, he did this, I think, twice, or one that I can think of. I think it was a game against Illinois. He didn't have any points, but Tide won that game. And I don't know what it made things a bit dicey out there. But in the second half of this game, he was a DNP. Seemed to be a coach's decision. Now, things got dicey for the Tide because they had, I don't know, what was he trying to send a message to Mark? Was he trying to see, did he have an injury? Did he, I didn't watch the post game. I'm sure they asked about it, but I was in shock because I didn't watch I watched the Saturday game on Saturday, but I was in shock. I was kind of irritated. Like, I mean, LSU was a scrappy bunch, but they were 18 points dog, and we beat them by like 7. So I don't know if he was trying to get the team's attention And that's why Holloway got so much run, but he played excellently. The man is quick-witted from the three-point line right off the dribble zibble. So I don't know what it's about. I hope he's not hurt. That was my biggest fear, is he's hurt and he ain't coming back for a while. But the Tide is they won, but I don't. It was controversial not for him not to go back in the game and look totally healthy. In that game, let's see, Stevenson. I think that's one of our forwards. He had 3 points. I don't know why they didn't take him out of the game. Grant Nelson leads the team in blocks. He didn't have no blocks. Could have took him out the game. He's a turnover machine. He had 3 turnovers in the game. Grant Nelson, the reason I think he won't play on the next level very much, he is 6'10". He's very athletic, but he tries to take off and dribble. Remember those times when Shaq would take off and dribble, and he'd be like, no, Shaq. But they're some of his greatest highlights right now. They never show you the times when Shaq took off and somebody got the ball from him, because he didn't do it a lot. He went coast to coast maybe 10 times. But sometimes he took off, and knocked it out, and then Shaq wouldn't do that again. Well, Grant Nelson had learned that lesson. He should only dribble in the lane. Now, that's what they do in the NFL, in the NBA. Fine. They need somebody to rebound. He can do that. But his moves inside, they pretty strong. But I don't know if they dealing with them NBA folks. Woo! Amori, that's the guy. He's a 5th-year player out of Rutgers. Man, got an engine in the green and everything. Originally from, I don't want to mess it up, but I want to think he's from Nigerian. He's a powerful guy. Nine rebounds, 8 points. Chris Youngblood, he had 13 points. He reminds me so much like a Derek Hopper type player. What's that little dude? They used to call him fat. He's not fat. He played for Toronto as a point guard. He ain't fat. He's just thicker than all the other NBA players. Very good. Nobody in the NBA is really fat. That's over 6'6". That's not allowed. But he looks kind of chubby, but he's not. That's how Chris Youngblood plays like him. And like I said, Mark Sears, his line was like, oh my gosh, 0 for 2 from 3-point line, 0 for 5 from field goals. He had 3 assists, 2 turnovers, and 0 points. And they set him down. But thank God the men on the plane sent us Aiden Holloway. Aiden Holloway had 4 rebounds, 2 steals, only 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul, and he had 19 points, including going, 3 for 8 from 3-point range. I mean, golly, they shoot 3-pointers. I cannot watch the NBA shoot, 23, they only shot 23 3-pointers. I can't watch the NBA, but I like it in college. I don't know. It seems like something you would do in college. They're allowed to play zone. So why wouldn't you shoot over the zone? Alabama likes to go into the paint, kick it out. If you got a 2-point, take it. If it's within 5 feet. If not, do the open jumper. Just take it. Nate Oates is a math major. He's a former mathematics high school teacher. He's done all the math. He done figured it out. He keep shooting. I can take it in college. I think that's why I love watching more college now. But in Lakers, get rid of the man. What's his name? Not Stern. Tall Lurch-looking dude. Like Lurch on Ozempic. Anyway. Now, did y'all see our old friend? What a performance. Did y'all see our Alabama fans? Did you see our old friend the other day? Just doing his thing? I'm talking about Jalen. Jalen Hurts. Did you see him? The leadership he put out there on the field, led the team down the field. They just crushed this man. They crushed the other team, Jaden Daniels and the Commanders. We kind of banished him from Alabama. No, we were just kidding. We didn't banish him. But some wept when he left because he had to move on. Many cheered. I didn't. But last night, 20 of 28. His QBR wasn't that high. But he got the job done. He had no mistakes. He averaged 9 yards a pass. And some people say, well, he's a running quarterback. He had 16-yard rushing and 3 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley did all the heavy lifting, 118 yards, but I'm just so happy for Jalen. But here's my question. Roll Tide to you, Jalen. I say roll Tide to 3/4 of you, sis. Anyway, he wear our stuff up there. He wear the same stuff I'm wearing up in the locker rooms in the city of Philly. You don't be wearing that, the other people's stuff. Jaden's head to the Super Bowl. Boy, I tell you what, that's all right. So, will the Super Bowl determine whether the dual quarterback not only becomes a thing, but just takes over? It's a copycat league. You go back to the Bobby Bowden playing against Mike Vick. It had to be about 20-some years ago. But he came out, he had this whole press conference. It's hard to find film on it. Some people have it. And he said, now he was about 10, 20 years old, but he just said he'd never seen anything like Michael Vick. Trying to tackle him was a mess. And he said, I can guarantee you, he said 10 years from now, he said, everybody going to have Michael Vick running all over the place. Well, he's a little ahead by a couple years. That's okay. Took about 20 years for it gets here. But look at this. You got what? You got our very own Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts. I think everybody would say he's pretty good. You got Mahomes playing there. Yeah. Mahomes be boogieing when he need to boogie. He be playing with the rules, but he boogie. Josh Allen, young Jaden, they get on their high horse. One's riding a stallion and the other one's riding like a Mustang, but them boys, they get on their stuff. And let's not forget about Lamar. Are we ushering in the next era of football? Or, better yet, for my graybeards, are we returning to the days of Fran Tarkenton, Lynn Dawson, or the great Bart Starr? R.I.P. to the great Lynn Dawson and Bart Starr. Are we returning to them days when that's what you did? You just got it done. Move the chains, touchdown. That's what they should do. Fran Tarkenton, you know how long his rushing yard stood? Put it this way. I never seen Minnesota in a Super Bowl, right? I don't even know what year that was. However, it took Michael Vick to come and break Fran Tarkenton and stuff. We've been having running quarterbacks somewhere along the line between, what's his name? Paul Brown showing people how to do a forward pass in professional sports. And not gonna say yesterday, and a few years back under the GOAT Tom Brady, they turned these guys into untouchables. But are we going back to where you just got to get it done because the defense is just too fast and all the rest of that stuff? That's why right now, y'all might not like him. Some Alabama fans, they hate him. Jalen Milroe is hot like fish grease. Yep. He's steadily rising. Now, he's never passed since high school like a Mahomes. We know that. But if Jalen Hurts can pull off this, it's all lined up. It's gonna be hard. It's all lined up for him to win. But if he wins this, Jalen may go from a day 1. Well, he's going from day 3 to everybody saying 2 now. Going from round 3 to a definite 2 to some people doing a lot of discussions about him being number 1. The Browns talking about him at number 2. Please don't let that happen, Lord. I've been good. Mike Tomlin, hear me now. Anyway, if Jalen Hurts pulls this off, I think he got a chance. Your man may blow. I mean, how many Peyton Mannings out there? What, Jackson Dart? You ever seen him when he just throws the ball down the field and don't care? Are you Kyle McCord, Quinn Ewers? That do it for you? Will Howard? Dillon Gabriel? Dillon will run a little bit, though. Yeah, don't let him. Dillon will get on. He'll give you that Pat Nix action. Pat Nix even run. You got to be mobile at the very, the minimum. Very mobile at a minimum. But I'm talking about straight up dual threat. I mean, when it comes to being that type of quarterback, it's not just the arm. You're going to need 2 wide receivers because you can't throw the same person in the league all the time. And you're going to need a tight end because you ain't going to be able to throw to those 2 receivers all the time. And then without a running game, your pass blocking better be off the chain. But if you got somebody that can take the pressure off of all, you're not having all that, like Lamar has done with Baltimore for many years. Now that he got a running game, year one looked pretty good with a real running game. And you remember 2 years ago, Mitchell got hurt. The little speedy back they got. They had a running game, but that back blew his knee out. But the numbers between Hurts and Milroe, they're similar, except Hurts did take care of the ball. He wouldn't force it, causing many people to say, why don't you just throw the ball? Now you got Jalen to try to force it, or he sees stuff that nobody else see. And what happened? 11 interceptions. But if somebody can help him get over those 11 interceptions and hold on to the ball or snapping the ball, and your team gets him, your team just might be heading to the Super Bowl in 2029 or 2030. I'm going to say it. Raise your hand if you knew about Patrick Mahomes before he became a starter with the Chiefs. I can't lie. I missed it, y'all. I wasn't paying attention. I guess I was in the heyday 2017. Yep, Alabama's come off from the national championship. My head was probably all 18 or somewhere. Either we played for it or I don't know. Either I was depressed or I was happy. I can't remember. But since that man, Patrick Mahomes, has become a starter, he got drafted in 2017, came the full starter in 2018. Do y'all realize this man has been in the AFC Championship game every year since he became the full starter? My Lord. And the first year, Brady had to put him out. Now, I got to ask y'all, chat. Y'all tell me, is Mahomes a dual threat quarterback or is he just mobile? Is there a difference? And if so, what's the difference? Somebody said earlier, if the offensive coordinator just calls a run play, Slick was calling every run play you can think of for Jalen Milroe, he called him. It wasn't just nobody let me run. Brady did that like 4 times in his career. But I don't know. I think Mahomes has some design runs, but what do y'all see him? Is he just mobile or is he dual threat? And his legs are worse than they were when he first started. But I definitely can see a difference between some of these quarterbacks. Let me go back to the chat before I get out of here. Said Belichick would be at the Cowboys. Talked about that one already. Said, well, yeah, that sucks. I've been a Broncos Steelers fan all my days. So recently, times have been rough for me. You heard me? I'm a Steelers fan now, Huggy. I do hear you. Wade Lewis, it's me. That would be awesome. I don't know what they were talking about right there. I missed it. Go back up. I missed quite a bit of chat. I'm sorry. I've been running my jowls over here. Hungry. Woo! Crocs. Yeah, man. Crocs, man, because the laces, I can't take them off. I can't put them on, take them off. Bro, don't do that to yourself. I'm just kidding. I think they're absolutely hideous. Yeah, Fine Bum, old Skippity Skip. Yeah, they weak and powerful. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? When they walk into an uncomfortable situation, you know what they do? Leave. You gotta do it, bro. Hey, Huggy, thanks for dropping by there, man. What's it? It says it's WD 40 or WD Birdie. Is that a new lubricant? I don't know what that is. Deuces, the Huggy. I'm sorry I didn't catch you earlier before you got up out of here. Prayers to you, man. Wait, Lewis, still the wealthiest team in America, even if not winning the Super Bowl. Yeah, they ain't got more money than Man U, so who cares? Yeah, when I found out about the international soccer team or the European soccer teams, man, the Cowboys, man, they ain't got no money over there. They got no money over there. And Formula One. I think they're more expensive than Formula One, but the amount of money they waste in Formula One, I'm watching that series on Netflix. I'm on season 1 or season 2. Season 2. Quite impressed. I'm locking in. I don't know. I'm just surprised that Renaults was still driven in 2017 or 2018. Not only were Renaults driven, they were driven at they were being driven. I'm not sure if they still got a team now. Don't tell me. They were being driven at 200 miles an hour. A Renault. Fun fact: Renault is just like our United States Post Office. It's owned by the government. No, not by Amtrak. Like Amtrak is like, it's owned by the government, but it belongs to the people. And I guess it's more like Fannie Mae and Sallie Mae. It belongs to the people, but you can buy stock in it. Renault is very weird, but they still are in existence. Wait a little, say y'all much love. Nick's coming on. Yeah, go run over and check him out on Water Cooler podcast, Water Cooler Talk podcast. It's me, Belichick and Milroe. We'll fix the cow. Oh, no, don't tell me that. Oh, that'd be hard to watch. That'd be hard as watching when I was over there cheering for Quincy Carter. It's me. Dorothy was a thug. Hey, I agree. I'm not going on that road. Mike Vick was framed. Yeah, he was framed, all right. He was framed inside the house he was fighting dogs in. Anyway, Milroe just needs a coach. Yeah, let's not forget. Milroe's first offensive coordinator told me he won the quarterback. Then next year he had Tommy Reese, and this year he was with Slick Sheridan. Hey, all I gotta say is Jason Campbell was the same way at Auburn. He had multiple coaches. I think it may have like 6 offensive coordinators at college. And it continued on through the pros where he had like 9 coaches. But he stuck around long enough. He's a good quarterback. He's often jump in and help you out, but it's hard to get consistent when your coach always getting fired. Well, that's all I have for this week. Remember to join us here every Monday, 7:30, unless it's a major holiday, which we just passed by one. Please poke. I wasn't taking off just to watch the national championship game. Please poke that like button right in the eye before you go, folks. Please remember Iron Bowl debates live Wednesday at 6 p.m. And it's unknown on Friday, so you got to hit that subscribe button so you'll know when we go live on Friday. You never know. But please join us Wednesday, Friday. Like, bring your happy fingers, and I'll provide the deep thoughts and laughs. And we may just talk a little bit more than football. We might just discuss things like whether Coach Prime could or could not win Dancing with the Stars. Think about it. Click on that notification bell, though. So when I drop a video or go live, you won't miss a thing. Tell your Tide friends all about us here on Tide Sports on YouTube, Facebook, Blue Sky, Tide Sports Talk on X. Go over and support the Sharpshooters podcast because they rolling with the Tide too. And relieve stress by going over and heckle the heck out of Auburn Addicts Water Cooler Talk podcast like I'm about to do. And be sure to listen to Bubba and the old man. They are War Tiger fans, but they're a fine group of Americans. Check them out. They're hysterical laughter over there because all they talk about is coming up with ways and scenarios for them to win a national championship in football in this decade. I told him, man, I said, Cam Newton's son still be in high school in this decade. So what are y'all talking about? But, you know, all they do for me, those guys, they're good Americans, and they certainly help me build my belief in the Crimson Tide. With that, we'll see you next time here around the herd. And always remember, roll, Tide, roll!